than most. Eyes low in the post. Ready for whatever, buddy. Trust me, you won't no smoke. Never disrespect my city, this the land of the ghosts. This shit doper than some white girls that just got off the boat. This shit came straight off the boat, straight off the boat. Straight off the boat, 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 straight off the boat.
Okay. I'm assuming. Tony?
Yep.
Why are you holding up the jersey of a retired football player?
Doesn't matter.
All right. You trying to establish your allegiances early? Oh, okay. Wasn't that the Super Bowl they lost?
Doesn't matter.
I was just checking. I'm trying to make sure that I got my facts straight.
I got a fact for you.
What's up?
You're number one. That's the first fact. You're number one, buddy.
Fact number one.
Number one in my book.
All right. So I'm glad that you've already established the tone for the conversation, letting everybody know that today is going to be about football. So I want to know, do you want to start with the 49ers, or
We can start and anywhere. It don't matter. It's gonna always come back to the 49ers, the best team ever in the history of foreverness.
All right, if you say so. So let's start with the 49ers and probably one of the goatiest things that I've seen in my lifetime. Tell me why y'all quarterback is dating a porn star. Let's start there.
Are you a Drake fan?
Huh?
Are you a Drake fan?
I dabble.
Tell the truth now. Are you a Drake fan?
Yeah, I'm a fan.
All right. I'm not. Drake dated a porn star. Next question. Drake had a baby from one, an ugly one. So next question.
No, but I think it's important to talk about this because, okay, so this Jimmy G first year going like full bull as the franchise guy. This dude's making about $140 million on this contract.
Right.
Like, you don't think that sets a tone for his tenure as a franchise quarterback for y'all? Like, going out, or is it just a non-story that people are blowing up?
It's a huge non-story people don't know. The dude, he's dating a porn star. Okay. What you dating a waitress at a bar that wasn't getting paid for sex? At least she gets something out of it. That's how I think about it. I mean, he's dating a porn star. Okay, she's not bad looking. Like I said, you seen Drake baby mama?
Yeah, she's nothing to look at.
She's not. First off, she ain't even a porn star. Like she ain't got a star. She ain't porn. She's just like pose.
She a pose star.
She was pose. She is not attractive by no means. And Drake slid up in that thing raw, bruh. And so the whole he's dating a porn star. My thing is this: like porn star, not. Whoever you date, it don't matter. Like what you want to do, somebody else would do. It don't matter. That's that man's life. He's making $150 million. If you want to, date a porn star, and then he date a porn star. Now, I couldn't do that because I do not want to come home. Hey, babe, how's your day? Whew, it was a tough one. It was a tough one. They threw 6 at me, and one of them just too big, and I couldn't take it. He just wanted to ram it all in. You think I want to do something after that? Nah, I'm good. I'm going to the bar. I don't even want to
drown my sorrows.
Yeah, let me go drown my sorrows in pineapple.
Yo, the king of plugs, and I will take any plug with the name Royal in it. So go ahead.
Yes, Crown Apple, made by Crown Royal. Another sponsor. Tony and Shep.
I like that, Tony and Shep. Oh, I also want to point out, Tony, you're the first person in the history of this show to call me to start one of these arguments.
Oh, yeah. Bro, you should know that. Like, everybody on Facebook, I've had people even say that. They were like, they say in our comments, oh, I've been waiting for me and you. Like, it's this, telling you, bro, we can go national with this. Like, so I could be Cousin Tony. I can't be Uncle
Tony. Nah, they got, you already got the name too. They already gave it. Uncle Tony, bro. It's over with. You can't give yourself the name. It's what the people want. Ain't that's what you said?
Yeah.
Buffalo. But I really wanted to talk about some of these NFL holdouts that's been going on. We've been talking a lot of basketball lately with everything, but I'm ready for football season because I'm a football dude.
Yes. And you know I am, bro. Like I said, I can show you pictures of me holding a football in like a football uniform. And I was like 4 or 5, bro. Like a football has literally been my entire life.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like so I want to go through the main names that's holding out. So I want to talk about Khalil Mack. I want to talk about Aaron Donald. I want to talk about Earl Thomas. I want to talk about Julio Jones, who's going to report to camp, but I want to talk about his holdout. And, of course, I want to talk about Le'Veon Bell. So let's start with Le'Veon because there's already been a precedent set for his position with Todd Gurley signing that contract, $60 million, but $45 million of it guaranteed. That's unparalleled for that position. Yep. So does it justify Le'Veon holding out and asking for more money now that we've seen Todd Gurley get that type of money?
Bro, I'll make sure I say this so people watch the video. You see, I got my hands out like T.I. I'm not going to say the real big words like T.I. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say it slowly so everybody can understand this. When you play football, especially NFL, professional football, and you have people coming at you that fast, literally basically trying to tear your head off, football is really the only sport that you can really die. Like, people can die. Your life is on the line every time, every snap. Your life is on the line. Pay them. Pay them, especially when you are a star. You're a star like Le'Veon Bell. I think he averaged like 1,700 yards from scrimmage. 1,000 yards rushing, 1,200 yards rushing, 600, 700, 800 yards receiving for a running back. That's your running back. Pay the man.
I think that's part of the reason why he's asking for that type of money. It's because he's getting you 700 yards as a running back out of the back as a receiving. They split him out wide sometimes and use him as a receiver. He's the only running back in the league that they kind of use like Pittsburgh uses him, which is in a hybrid role where he essentially plays two positions. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like the same thing with Jimmy Graham when he wanted his money because Jimmy Graham used to get split out wide. Rob Gronkowski got split out wide.
Those two are different for some effect of they're that hybrid. They still aren't tight end. They're that hybrid tight end. You
right.
Get split out wide. The only thing that there's really no difference.
Right. You're still a pass catcher.
Yeah, they are pass catcher tight ends. They're really not run blocking tight ends.
Right.
Like Jimmy Graham. He really was a run blocking tight end. But when you're playing two completely different, and there's not the difference between a tight end and a receiver is not down to height and weight. Really.
Yeah. Sometimes it comes down to blocking ability and all that kind of stuff. But
okay, the tight end. But then I'm saying the tight end is bigger, so majority of the time he can block better than a receiver.
Right.
But when you're playing running back and wide receiver, or slot, which completely different positions.
Yes, sir.
You should pay that man. And on top of that, it's not like he's some bum, he's some slouch. The man is the best player. He's the best at that position. He's the best in the league. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I put him at. He's the best at.
Le'Veon's the best running back in the league.
Yes.
Over Gurley.
Over Gurley. Yeah.
Over Ezekiel Elliott.
Yes, because of how you can use him. Yes.
Okay. I can understand that. I think he's the most versatile back in the league. I wouldn't know if I necessarily call him the best, but I mean, it's an argument for him. He's a top 3 back.
It's a definite argument.
Yeah.
Even if you don't say he's the best, top 2, top 3.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
On a championship team.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
On top of that.
Yes, sir.
Like think about where the Steelers would be without him.
Well, they did have a season without him that they went. I think they went 10-6 the year that Le'Veon sat out 14 games.
10-6.
Yeah, but so I'm going to play devil's advocate here because
of course you do.
Right.
Of course you do. Goddamn Packer fans don't know what you're doing.
But see, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at it from the perspective of the team, and I've heard this argument, and it's a valid one. Considering that he's in this drug program, one more slip up can get him suspended. He has a history of drug abuse and stuff like that. Shouldn't that be also factored into the Steelers' decision to give him major money? Also, the running back lifespan. Le'Veon's what, 27? Running backs don't last past 30. So
it's a new age, bro.
I'm sorry.
It's a new age. It's almost like one is money he should have been paid. He's been on top of this game for a few years now.
Mm-hmm.
The whole drug thing, bro. It's weed. Nah, should he be doing it? No, but it's weed. Like, it's not like he's taking, performance enhancements or something like that. This dude is taking weed. I mean, yeah, weed is actually, and it's been proven to help you heal things, to help you heal fast and stuff. So I'm like, it's like, okay, he's in there, but all that. But the fact of the matter is, the man needs to be paid. I'm gonna go to a broader sense of this. Not only him, I feel there should be more guaranteed contracts in the NFL.
I'm with you there.
Point blank period. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say how my boy said point blank period, not period. Point blank period.
Now I'm gonna tell you who made a really good point about this. Rashad Brown, when we were having a discussion on the thread the other day, when he was talking about how NFL players aren't as united as NBA players. So when it comes time to negotiating their collective bargaining agreement, it's allowing them to get pigeonholed like this by position. To, like, running backs only supposed to make this much, wide receivers only supposed to make this much. Not enough people and I kind of agree with him when he said not enough NFL players are willing to hold out or sit out to make sure that they get in the type of money or the type of guaranteed contracts that you're talking about.
But yeah, so it's so much harder to get 53 people, men, aggressive men, alpha males, to get into a cohesive unit and to get something done. Especially when, unfortunately, I'm going to say this, and I hate saying it, when majority of them are black. Because when you look at most black men, especially, if you took a poll of the NFL, just the NFL, the black men in the NFL, and you take a poll of where they came from, probably 95%, maybe even 98% of them came from nothing.
Right. And that's the thing. That's the thing that I try and tell people all the time too. When you're expecting, like, I know they have the platform to do it, but it's a tough position for a lot of these men to be in because a lot of them are supporting their entire families. They're coming from nothing and they get their first taste of money. And because of anything, you're asking them now to voluntarily give up their money for a bigger cause.
But see, like, it's not even their money. Like you said, it won't affect, people don't understand, it don't affect just them. It affects them, their immediate family, and then their mom, brother, sister, dad. Like there's
a trickle-down effect.
Yeah, it's a trickle-down effect to where once that money stops, it hurts everybody in their family. So they're thinking about that, like, do I do it? Of course, I'm almost guaranteed that, like I said, once again, probably 95% of the black players in the NFL want to protest.
I would imagine.
Want to do all this kind of stuff. I guarantee you they want to, but they're sitting there literally thinking, like, okay, if I do, and I miss this game check, this game check, I already got, so-and-so's in school taking care of them.
Right.
My
mama car gonna get repoed.
My mom gonna get repoed. The baby on, they are not, the trust free well to where they're like, oh, we offered you a $20 million contract. I'm not gonna feed my family with $20 million. The same thing that Dez Bryant, I think it was Dez Bryant said the same thing too. Though I gotta feed, and I got a life I need to live too. Bro, you getting paid $30 million. You talking about how you gonna feed your family with $20 million? Really? Bro, my family could look great.
Comfortably off of $20 million.
I'm talking about we in that bit.
Lobsters and steak, boy.
Yes.
Drinking Kool-Aid with our pinkies out.
Bro, we in the pinky out and laughing with our teeth closed.
Gotta move the lips.
Yes. Bro, so it's every player is not like that. Unfortunately, because players like that are news and they grab attention, those are people that they only show. But you have people that really sit back and like, bro, like, what do I do? But it is 100%. I mean, I really don't understand. Let me phrase it. I do understand. The NFL owners, all white guys. Now, I'm sorry for any white person looking at this. I'm gonna tell you now, like I said the other day, pro-black does not mean I'm anti-white.
That's the truth. That's true, because I'm very pro-black. I'm very pro-black.
I'm very pro-black.
And trust me, there are several white people who are going to watch this show. I try to make sure that that I don't walk the political correctness line when I'm talking about black and white, because I see people as people. And if I'm going out of my way to call a white person something other than white, then that's in a form to me kind of racist. I'm not going to avoid it.
You're almost there.
Yeah. Like, if you're white, you're white. I'm black, so.
I'm glad you said that. So yeah. That's what I said. Any for a white person watching this show, I said, I'm pro-black does not mean anti-white. That just means that I am for my people who have been struggling. And not 35. For a long time.
You about to say 35 years? I'm about to say, brother, you need to go back to a history class.
The struggle only started when I was born. I'll tell you that now.
But no, I still wanted to get to some of these other situations with these players because who are we talking about? Le'Veon? Le'Veon is only one of the many situations that's happening, but he already has a bar between him and Gurley. Let's talk about some of the other players who don't have a bar. Somebody like Aaron Donald, who won Defensive Player of the Year last year, but is scheduled to make $6.9 million.
And this, what year is it? This
is 2018.
No, I'm talking about what year is he?
Aaron Donald?
Yeah.
Aaron Donald was the defensive. Hold on, I know this information. Yeah, Aaron Donald was the defensive rookie of the year 2014. So yeah, this is his fourth year that he just played. His fourth year he just played. He's going into his fifth year.
Well, see, unfortunately, they got to realize this, and players. This is something players to realize. Until your contract is up, or at least it's time for a renegotiation, you kind of stuck with it. Kind of like with Steph Curry. Think about it. Remember, Steph Curry was MVP of the league, was only making like $5 million.
Yeah, but that was because he signed the contract extension that happened before he was Aaron Donald's still on his rookie contract. And he's clearly outperformed that. That man he's been up to the Pro Bowl all 4 years that he's been in the league.
Outperformed his contract. If it's up for negotiation now, because I'm pretty sure his contract is probably like, let's say his contract is 5 years at.
Well, the fifth year team option. So, first round picks get 4 years, and then the fifth year is a team option. So he got this. He's working off of that team option. If I was Aaron Donald, I wouldn't play a snap until they gave me money.
Oh, now it's not one of those. Like I said, if you outplaying your contract, you definitely. If it depends on what year your contract. If you're in that player option year or you're coming up towards it, yeah, what's that? Bro, I have no problem with NFL players holding out. Let me tell you that now. Point blank. Period. I have no problem with one. Like I just said. You already, especially if you outplaying your contract, like Julio Jones and all them, bro, they deserve all the money.
No, Julio Jones is a different story. This one, I sat down and I thought about it, bro. Julio Jones is on that other side of it, where I'm agreeing with the team, the Falcons. He gonna show up to camp now, apparently, because they're gonna renegotiate his contract. Julio Jones got 3 years left on that contract, Tony, and he signed that contract. At the time he signed it, he was the highest paid receiver in the league, making the most money for his position.
Right.
They gave him what he deserved at the time. Now, because he's fallen to like, I think it's 6th. It was between 6 and 8 that he's fallen to now. Now, all of a sudden, you want new money. No, sir. You got 3 years left.
To be honest with you, I don't see him as a 6, 7, or 8 best receiver in the league.
No, Julio Jones is definitely in the same thing as Le'Veon. Top 3 receiver at least. Easily. But that don't mean every time somebody else get paid, I have to change the way that you get paid.
I agree with you on that. But I will say this, like, I ain't say why they give why is Matt Ryan stood up? Like, I don't understand that. I'm trying to figure this out. Like, Matt Ryan is the biggest. I think Matt Ryan chokes more than Jimmy Garoppolo's girlfriend. I'm pretty sure about that. I'm pretty sure that Matt Ryan chokes more than Jimmy Garoppolo's porn star girlfriend. Yes, I said it. And I don't care. Pocket Doom, not Jimmy Garoppolo. They blew a 21-point lead to us in the playoff, in the NFC Championship game that year. 21-point lead they blew to us at home.
That's not. See, Tony, you're a 49ers fan, but nobody cares about that one, that choking. If we're going to give an example about them choking, give the example.
Oh, yeah.
Never forget.
But that's two. They blew 21 to us, and they was up 21, 24-3 to the Patriots.
28.
28-3. That's, bro, like, how do you blow this, dog? Like, once again, blowing like Jimmy Garoppolo girlfriend. You are blowing. You are blowing, bro. Like, how do you blow? I can't. Like, I feel bad. I feel sad for Falcon fans, dog, because it's like Falcon and Dolphin fans to me are very similar. Like, they start out great, and like every year they just, this is the year we are going, and we're gonna get one for the Gipper, and we're gonna do all this and fail.
Bro, listen, bro. First of all, what I'm not gonna let you do is talk about the Dolphins, and here's why.
Have your wife?
You already know, bro, because the minute Aaron Rodgers retires, I am obligated by marriage to become a Dolphin fan. And I've hated the Dolphins since the day I learned about football. but I have to.
First and foremost, just because Aaron Rodgers retired, don't mean you should switch on your Packers. That's like me.
I don't want to. I'm not asking for this, Tony. It's mandatory. Just like she had to become a Heat fan. This is a Heat house.
Hey, you go to one like, hey, I'm saying a Packers fan, and so what if I got to sleep on the couch and probably love it? You ain't gonna cook. I'm gonna be a Packers fan. You gonna be a skinny, ugly Packer fan, but you're gonna be a real fan. That's like me switching on my Lakers because Kobe left. No, I can't do that. Regardless, bro, I don't care if I'm married to Halle Berry. I would look at Halle and be like, you fine, but I'm still a goddamn Laker. That's just how I'm gonna be.
Hey, bro, that's you. You live your life. Live your best life. I actually enjoy being married. I like eating. I like sleeping in the same bed as my wife. I like that kind of stuff. So the minute Aaron Rodgers hang him up, I'm a Dolphin fan. And I'm going full bull, bro. I'm getting jerseys and all now.
Falcon fans and Dolphin fans, to me, is the epitome of insanity. Every year, every season that starts, they have these high hopes of what they're going to do, and they just get disappointed, bro.
But the hopes aren't realistic to begin with. Now, if
no, they're not.
I actually want my wife to come, I actually want to come on here so she can say her famous line, which she says all the time. The Dolphins are going to the Super Bowl every year. She says it.
You should buy her Madden and put it on Ricky and let her go to the Super Bowl every year.
Oh, we got Madden, the new Madden coming out August 7th. Quick plug.
Yeah. John Madden. Another sponsor. Tony.
Like none of these sponsorships ain't sent a check yet, but they in the mail, Tony. They in the mail. But let's get through. So I still want to get through all these holdouts in their different situations. So we were just talking about Aaron Donald and his situation, and I think that ties hand in hand with the Khalil Mack situation because I think they're waiting on each other to see who's going to be the highest paid defensive player in the league. Because I think each of them looking for like 20 mil. Aaron Donald making 6.9 this year. I think Khalil Mack making $13.5 million this year. He was the 2014 Defensive Player of the Year. And so I think they just kind of like having a staring contest. Like, which one of us going to get...
2014 Defensive Player of the Year, and it's 4 years later. That's...
Yeah, I mean, and you getting $13 million this year.
You get $13 million this year, you can't hang your hat. Matt played, and you're on the Raiders.
Yeah. New coach. New situation, but here's what makes Khalil Mack's situation so unique, and it's the fact that both of the people drafted in the same year as him, Derek Carr and what's his name, Gabe Jackson, the right guard. They both got extended by the Raiders. Derek Carr's now on a $125 million contract, and Gabe Jackson got a $55 million extension. Khalil Mack ain't get the extension. He's just making $13 million. They restructured his contract, but he's making $13 million right now.
Well, here's the question I got to ask him. When did they restructure his contract?
When did they restructure Khalil Mack? Immediately after he won Defensive Player of the Year.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, I kind of want to know, just like you said with Julio. Unfortunately, sir, one, you can't compare anybody's salary to the quarterback apparently, because the quarterback would only get paid. Quarterback only gonna get the $100 million contract. I'm
glad that you're making that point, Tony, because I think Todd Gurley's move of getting that $45 million guaranteed is the first step towards them breaking that mold. Where you see how we think about players, only quarterbacks can make this much money.
Oh, I'm not agreeing with it.
Right, but that's where it is. That's the way it is, though, and I'm thinking that Todd Gurley, like the new NFL CBA comes up in 2021. So that's when they get the chance to restructure how they do things. I think that's going to be the year that either the NFL players hold out for more money or we start seeing a change in how these contracts are done. Because I don't think quarterback should be the only person. It's kind of like Le'Veon Bell. Is Le'Veon Bell as important to the Steelers' success as Ben Roethlisberger? No.
Yes.
No, he's not.
Yes, I feel so.
He's not, though.
And he's been in less trouble.
Then who?
Then Ben?
Listen.
Ben's had like 3 sexual assaults.
Listen, bro. He's been in a different kind of trouble. One thing about it now, Ben Roethlisberger ain't never been in trouble with the league.
So, tell me, honestly, what's worse? Being in trouble with the law, the actual law, or the league?
No. What's being in trouble with the law is worse. Trying to rape people is definitely worse than smoking weed if you judge them on that scale. And that's why you said what you were saying about players kneeling the other day. Just about how Todd Gurley could kneel now, and it don't matter what go on. Because that $45 million guaranteed.
If the NFL make it a rule to where, if it's structured in his contract, actually right now, it's not an NFL rule that he has to kneel.
Nope, it's or like because they had that rule in place, the NFL ruling where they came out where they were saying players have to stand for the anthem or wait in the locker room, but they talking about they got to renegotiate or bring that back to the table, so that's no longer a rule. Jerry Jones though recently, I think it was yesterday or so, Jerry Jones said that his players still have to stand and they have to be toe on the line. They can't even sit on the bench, and he said they had that rule in place the whole time, but I don't believe that.
I don't believe it.
Nah,
I don't believe it.
But he's still on that.
I would read my contract. I would read my contract. I mean, read it, and I would read it thoroughly. I guess because I'm educated, but I would read it thoroughly. That's what I do now. Like, I'm in a contract. I would read it thoroughly.
Oh yeah.
Nothing on that say that I have to do that. And it's kind of one of those. Okay, the owner may say, "Oh, my players all players will be obligated to stand for the anthem." But I look at my contract, and there's nothing that says I have to do that, or the player handbook that say it's just going on his verbal. If this is going on his verbal. Hold on, I'm doing another plug. Something on my back.
Oh, not the man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah, something on my back. Okay. He had after shoulder surgery. He probably wasn't a quarterback.
Exactly, that kind of stuff. Right. That's the one part that kind of gave. It wasn't a legitimate excuse, but it kind of gave them something to hang their hats on that you could be like, okay, well, it might not be the real reason, but that's a reason that you wouldn't sign an NFL player. And then you don't want that type of distraction in your locker room.
Compared to that, I can't. The dude I'm thinking about right now is so trash, I can't think of his name. Played quarterback for the Dolphins last year.
Oh, you talking about Matt Moore?
No. They pulled him out of retirement. He had actually
Jay Cutler.
Bro, are you telling me?
Listen, bro. That situation and the Seahawks situation where they said that they believed that he was too good to be a backup. Those were the two that blew me. Like
Houseway.
Like those were the two that blew me.
Wow, bro.
I'm like I said, there's no there is reason to believe that the man been blackballed. Eric Reed, to me, there is no excuse for that man not to have a position. He's a top 10 safety in this league. Top 10. And he played well last year.
Played great.
This man is a Pro Bowler, and he doesn't, and he hasn't been signed.
And it's and it all boils down to it's not that they don't know what the protest was about. They know the protest is about police brutality and equality for the minorities, for all minorities. They know that. When I say they, I'm talking NFL owners and the upper echelon people who control things. They know that. You want to know why they know? Because we come out and tell them. It's like, hey, it's not about the anthem. It's about this. Oh, you're disrespecting the flag. Wait, we're not disrespecting the flag. It's not about that. It's about this. Oh, you're disrespecting the anthem. It's not about that. It's about this. America was never for us.
It didn't start out that way.
It didn't start out that way.
It's become more progressive. It's become more progressive. I'm not saying that we've reached. I'm not saying that we've reached the point that we were trying to get to, or we might not even be close because. But racism just went from being overt to covert, which means people went from being openly racist to now they're closet racist. You know what I mean? They in public.
They back open now.
Well, it's becoming more open. 45 has emboldened a lot of people to come out.
A lot, I'm hoping and praying. I've been working out too. I've been getting strong at UFit. Another sponsor, Tony and Shep. So and I've been wanting somebody.
Oh, somebody go send a check.
Somebody go send a check, bro. I don't give a 37 cents.
Oh yeah, we gonna split that thing right down the middle.
Matter of fact, no, we gonna get something. We gonna get a 35-cent pack of gum.
Oh yeah.
I give you 3, and I get 2. I'm good on that. I brush my teeth a little bit more. So I know my
we'll do 2.5, 2.5.
We can split that, and I'm good with that. Wrigley's. We selling 5 cents a gum, 25 cents for you. It's up to 10 cents. Wrigley's. Keep it fresh. Okay.
These plugs might become a regular part of this. Just moving forward.
If you haven't noticed, I've been doing plugs the last two shows we've been doing. I'm gonna get a sponsor.
It's like you can't be all business and no football, or all football and no business.
Well, see, to be honest with you, I tell people the first thing. That's why if you are going to be a football organization, the first thing in that, the first word in that compound word of football organization is football. Let's try to get the best players, and then once you get the interest of the best players, then you try to make the best deal. Let's try to get the interest of the best players first. Then we're gonna make the best deal, and then once we make the best deal, then we're gonna build around that. But like you said, the Dolphins and a lot of teams, they don't do that. They come to, okay, it's all about, let's think about business. Business. Football is sports is totally different. Like you said, it's really entertainment. It's like WWE, just real life.
You want me to tell you who I think married the best though? Football and entertainment? Jerry Jones and the Cowboys. Because I don't honestly believe that they're trying to put themselves in position to win anything. Like, they're just trying to make themselves the most compelling football team in the NFL. Like, they just want the most storylines. They just want to be talked about the most. When they actually get on the field, I don't actually think they care about winning or losing. Because how can you, bro?
He's not a route runner.
No.
He's not a route runner. He's been basically a Randy Moss, basically. The slower Randy Moss.
Wait a minute now.
Randy Moss was not a route runner. Anybody tell you that?
No, Randy Moss was not a route runner, but Dez Bryant should not be compared to Randy Moss either. Dez Bryant ran 2 routes.
In their route running ability.
No.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well,
in their route
let's see.
ability.
Dez Bryant can run 2 routes. He can run a square in and he can run a back shoulder fade. That's it. He can't run. Huh?
He can run a post. I've seen him run decent posts. Personally, coming from a 49er fan.
Right. Personally, you've seen him run. Randy can run a 9. A 9.
He can run a 9.
A 9. But when he ran that thing, though.
Hitch.
He can run that. He can run a bubble screen.
Yeah, he can run a bubble screen. He can run a hit.
And he can run a 9.
And then a 9.
And then a 9. That's all you getting. Cause but Randy's the GOAT. Like, I don't care what you say. Randy's the GOAT.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. He's the best receiver ever played football.
The GOAT played football. How you gonna be the best? Listen, you just killed his best receiver by saying what he can run.
A 9?
You can't be the best receiver if you can't run around.
Yeah, but if you run the 9 better than any receiver in NFL history.
That's it. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, look. Hey, don't blame me. When Randy Moss ran that 9, Randy Moss scored 23 touchdowns in one season.
I will blame Randy Moss for not being able to run another route besides the 9.
I don't need to run another route. If I can outrun your DB who's playing me 5 yards off and your safety, I'm gonna run this same route every time. Like, it's kind of like the corner. It's like the quarterback opposite of Dion. Like, like that's the best cornerback.
But see, no one knows who played opposite Dion.
No, nobody does know. Not even me. And that was the best. That was the best cornerback tandem in NFL history. Dion and whoever was on the other side of him. Like that's how it was. Like, it don't matter who it was, bro. But it's just.
I gotta say, we'll talk about how you feel about these Florida players getting arrested before school even started. Florida players just arrested.
The University of Florida.
Yes.
I put them in the same. Look, okay. So this is how I view Florida in hindsight, because at one time they had a thief, a murderer, and a preacher all on the same team.
That sounds like a bad joke, don't it?
It does.
A murderer and a priest walking to a bar.
Yeah, right. Exactly. They had them all on the team at the same time. So nothing that comes out of the University of Florida surprises me. Nothing. It's kind of like with the criminals. Like, I'm not surprised to see a FSU quarterback punch a girl in the face. Why would that surprise me? Y'all quarterbacks still crab leg, grabbing girls by the hoo-ha, and, that kind of stuff. Like, y'all do that. Only the good, clean Christian men of the University of Miami will stand the test of time.
This Negro. Hey, everybody who gonna watch this Negro. Hold on, let me make sure. This Negro here.
Only those warrior for Christ kings will stand.
Michael Irvin probably don't remember his college days from all the coke that he did.
We couldn't, because you remember back with what's his name, Howard Schnellenberger or whatever his name was the coach of Miami, and he broke off like he walled off Miami for recruiting and called it the state of Miami.
Yep.
And so we haven't been able to secure the state of Miami in a very long time. Because when we did, it was a foregone conclusion.
Because y'all was paying players to go to Miami.
Hey. I don't care if they did documentaries on it to prove that that's the truth.
There are proven video and recorded and written documentation that said y'all was paying players.
You are not going to... Just because y'all ain't been caught don't mean y'all ain't do it.
It ain't illegal until you get caught.
I think the boy Joffrey was the one who told me the story about y'all recruiting players and taking them to FAMU.
Oh, that's not even a question. Yes, we do that. Yeah, that's exactly what we do. Why would you not do that? Recruit players at Florida State. Hey, while you're here, let's go over to the set. The set, what is that? Oh, that's
is it Friday? Oh, you about to find out today.
You about to find out, but I got something for you. You like Black Adam? But yeah, FAMU is a huge recruiting tool for black males at Florida State. You want to know why? Because when you get to Florida State, you do feel like a small fish because you have this 30,000. They got 30,000, 40,000 students. Majority are white. You don't feel, especially coming from Miami and stuff. You don't feel like you fit in. Well, hey, let's go cross the tracks real quick. Cross the tracks. What's over there? This place. We're gonna go over there, buddy.
This Wonderland.
Yeah, we're gonna walk on over. Put on your Timberlands and your jersey, whatever you young folks wear, and just come on, follow me. Go cross some tracks.
Oh boy.
Feel right at home.
All you hear is 7-2 times short change to 9.
And drinking an ice cold Michelob, fried chicken, fish and grits. You know, that's all you
You keep it tight, man.
That's what you do.
And I'm telling you, bro, once FaceTime introduced this 3-way FaceTime,
Yes.
I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. And it's probably going to happen as soon as they do it. I'm going to put me, and I'm going to be the moderator. And then I'm going to have you on one side, and I'm going to have Cargill on the other side. Because those are, those are the conversations.
If you do that, you got to do an extra FaceTime for Cargill sandwich. And you can have a sandwich or something in his hand.
Fat Wesley.
Shout out to my boy West Cargill. You know.
Hey, yes, sir. Oh, we going to be in there, man. We going to be in there. I was just talking.
Higher than most, eyes low in the post. Ready for whatever, buddy. Trust me, you won't no smoke.